Hey guys, it's Daniel from DLT Reviews, and this is our unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy S8. So here's the box of the S8. We have the blue S8 letterings, and then we have 64 gigs over here. Nothing on this side. The back we got some boring old information. And over here on the side, T-Mobile and Orchid Gray, which is the color I got, which is actually kind of purple from all the pictures I've seen. So without further ado, let's slide the top off. Aha! So inside here we just have Samsung letterings. In glossy, and then nothing around the box except for here we have the seal. So let's take our unboxing knife and cut through. There we go. And let's just open this up. Ooh, there it is. This is the Galaxy S8 in Orchid Gray. Look at that, everyone. So the fingerprint sensor is actually there now, which is, I didn't really like that, but everything else about this phone is gorgeous. So let's put this onto the side for now and see what else we have inside the box. Put this tray over here, got some stickers and a SIM card. Should keep that just in case. Then here we have the packet of information, literature, and all that stuff. We have a SIM removal tool here. I already have one, so I'm just gonna keep that there. And all the warranty information and stuff is pretty much useless, so let's throw that to the side. Here is the cool part. So usually they always give us white accessories, but now they're black, just like the front of the phone, which is really awesome. They look super stealthy and cool. So here is the fast charging brick. Here is USB-C to micro USB, since all the phones right now are using USB Type-C, which is amazing since my Nexus 6P and my Chromebook are all using those, and in the future more devices should have them too. Over here we have the USB-C to regular USB Type-A, I believe. And then here we have the micro USB Type-C to regular USB to charge up your phone. And then we have these AKG earbuds. So these are actually worth $100 as Samsung claims, and they actually have this really cool wired cable. And they look pretty awesome too, so we'll do a test of those and tell you about how they are in the full review. And then we finally have some ear tips for the earbuds themselves. So let's clear this table here, throw this stuff all to the side, and get to the S8 itself. So here is the S8. Let's pull off the plastic. I always love this part. Not that satisfying, but still pretty cool. And then the back. There we go. So this Orchid Gray color looks really nice. Let me just get this sticker off the back here first. This is really annoying. So here is the phone. It does have kind of a purplish hue to it. That's why they called it Orchid Gray, I guess. And here is the front. So let's just boot this up right now. Ooh, the screen looks good. So even though the screen is default set at 1080p and not 1440p, which is the actual resolution of this phone, it still looks really nice and sharp. Ooh, that T-Mobile jingle. So as you probably saw there, the top and bottom bezels are almost non-existent. So let's pull over an iPhone 7 Plus right here and have a comparison. So you can see there, this phone actually has a larger screen, 5.8 inches, whereas this is 1080p, and what I mean by 16:9 is the aspect ratio. So you might see that this is a bit longer than this phone, since they stretched out the screen a bit to give you a larger screen size, and so you could hold it nicely in your hand. So once again, a comparison between the two, 5.5 inches and 5.8 inches. So I'm going to set up the phone and be right back. Alright, so I finished setting up the phone and played around with it for a couple of hours, and here are my first impressions. So starting off with the fingerprint sensor, I was really worried that I wouldn't be able to reach it when they announced that they were moving it right next to the camera on the back, but now that I have it in hand, it is pretty easy for me to reach. But still, it doesn't feel as comfortable as using a fingerprint sensor on, say, the Nexus 6P, where it's located right in the center of the phone. So finally, let's talk about the design. So if you look at the back, it might not look that different from last year's models, but on the front, you could see a complete change because they've removed basically all the bezels, and they've added rounded corners as well, which just looks gorgeous. Also, there's no longer a model that just has a flat screen, since they've moved to Edge on all of the phones, but it is much better than last year's S7 Edge, since the back and front both have the same amount of curves on the side, so it actually feels really good in the hand and it's comfortable to use, unlike last year's S7 Edge where the back basically had no curve at all, and when you tried to grip the phone, you would always touch the front curve of the display. It was really annoying, and it's nice to finally see that they fixed that this time around. So if you haven't noticed already, I'm really impressed with this phone, but of course I have to use it for a while longer to give my full review on it, to see if everything is working fine, how the phone performs, and the battery life, stuff like that. So if you would want to see a full review from us, make sure to hit that subscribe button right here to see more videos in the future. I'm Daniel from DLT Reviews. Thanks for watching.